Okay, so I'm having a hard time finding what I'm looking for here on this microscope. So I'm going to go ahead and get my instructor's attention and let them know so that they can help me out with it. Ms. Price, I need help finding the stuff here on the microscope. And then I'll move out of the way once I do have my instructor's attention. And then she can go over to the microscope.
Once Casey's moved, I'll come over to this scope. Now, before I can look through this scope, I have to make sure that I sanitize it first. So remember, for sanitizing, we're going to use these Chem wipes with the Virex spray. And make sure that I sanitize my eyepieces really well, so that we don't cross-contaminate. And since this is still pretty wet, I'll also wipe down the focus knobs as well, since I will be using those. On each side. Okay, so once I'm ready, I then can sit at the microscope and help Casey find what he was having trouble looking for. Might take me a few minutes. Okay, once I've found it, I'll then step out of this way, go back to the front, and then he can return to his seat.
Okay. And then whenever I come back to my seat to take a look at this thing, and this is the important part here, I'm going to make sure I sanitize everything again. But now that everything is right exactly where she said it, where I need to see what I'm looking at, I want to be careful whenever I'm sanitizing the knobs that I don't move or adjust anything, because I'm just not going to be able to see it again, right? So I'm going to be careful when I'm doing that not to actually turn the knobs too much, so that way, hopefully, if it is just a little bit out of focus or something, then I should be able to adjust it myself. As long as I don't move this slide around, I should be fine. I've got my eyepieces here good and sanitized, my knobs are sanitized, my slide stage, everything is good to go. And I can look through, and now I can see exactly what it was that I was looking for, that I was having a hard time finding for myself.